Welcome back, everyone, for a very quick, very late shooting. You're going to watch this the day that I shoot it. Wildcard Wednesday, we're going to talk about wilderness medicine and specifically why I show myself putting on sunscreen. Let's go. Okay, welcome back, everyone. It is good to see you all. This is the first thing I have recorded in 3 weeks. I am exactly 3 weeks post-surgery on my nose for skin cancer. I still can't breathe out of this side of my face very well, and so I'm sure I don't sound great, but it'll be what it'll be. A couple of months ago, I got a comment on a video that was something like, I didn't save this one, and it's in there someplace, but it was something like, get to the point, I don't need to see you put on sunscreen. I want to talk about why you need to see me put on sunscreen, and I want to bring you up to date on sort of where I am. This should be a short video, and I'm going to include some pretty graphic photos of me post-op, but if you don't want to see those, I'm going to put them all the way at the end of the video. So if you're interested in seeing what you look like after Mohs surgery and reconstruction, just keep watching till the end of the video. I'll say goodbye. That's all I've got for this week at some point. And if you don't want to see that stuff, that's when you should leave. Okay, so very quick recap. During COVID, I guess about 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with skin cancer on my nose, on the side of my nose. It was removed. I went back a few months later for a recheck, and they said, oh, you've also got it on your neck, and we're going to take a little bit more off of there. And so they did both of those things. A year later, I have moved to Norfolk, Virginia. I'm at a new dermatologist. I said, hey, I've got some weird scar tissue here. This is where they remove some skin cancer. Is that just scar tissue, or should I be worried about it? And she was like, don't worry about it. It's scar tissue. They did a full body check and they were fine. Move on another year. I have moved again. Now I'm in Pennsylvania. I've got a new dermatologist. I show him my nose. He's doing a full body check. And I say, is this just skin cancer? I told them what I just told you. He said, it does look like it's just scar tissue, but let's do a biopsy just to be sure. Biopsy comes back negative. The wound won't heal. Like 3 months later, I still have the wound. I actually, on a WFA course, had a dermatologist, and I took him aside and said, what do you think is going on here? Why won't this heal? And he was like, you need to get it rebiopsied. It should definitely have healed. I think you probably need Mohs surgery. I suspect that there's more cancer there, and that's why it won't heal. And I said, but the biopsy came back negative. And he was like, yeah, but something's not right. So go back to my dermatologist. They say, yeah, it should have healed. We're going to do a different kind of biopsy, and we'll clean that up and see how it does. This time it healed beautifully, but the biopsy came back positive. And they were like, okay, you need to have Mohs surgery. The Mohs surgery got postponed once. I waited about 9 months to have the Mohs surgery. Mohs surgery, they cut out flesh and test all the edges. And if there are no signs of cancer, they're done. And if there are signs of cancer on the edges, they keep taking more. And so my Mohs surgeon was great. However, it took 3 tries to get everything. I went from there to reconstructive surgery with a different surgeon. I guess what they used to call plastic surgery is now reconstructive surgery. And it was more than he had anticipated, so they changed the sort of what they were doing. The rehab from this has been way worse than I anticipated, in part because they had to take more, but in part because I wasn't really filled in as to what rehab on this was going to look like. As I said, I can't breathe out of the right side of my nose. I'm still fairly swollen over here, but the first week, I looked like I had been in and lost a fight with Mike Tyson. And as I said, those photos will be at the very end. The Mohs surgery itself was pretty straightforward. The reconstruction was worse, and most of the healing issues were from the reconstruction. In general, I'm really happy with the way that it works. I would just like to be able to breathe out of my nose. So a relatively rough 3 weeks, though I'm doing a little bit better every day. Here is why you have to see pictures or video of me putting on sunscreen. If seeing me put on sunscreen will remind one person and keep that one person from having to go through what I've gone through in the past month, really the past few years, but the worst of it was the past month, then my work here is done. And the rest of you have to suffer through seeing me put on sunscreen for 10 seconds, which is about how long those shots were in video. And I don't do it that often, and I don't do it all the time, and maybe I should, but yeah. So that's why you need to watch me have sunscreen. Additionally, as a filmmaker, which I do consider myself, you're watching a process, and sometimes that is part of the process. Even if I'm teaching a video about how to do a stroke, I still need to tell a story, and that story is process. Okay, that's where we are. Sorry this video ran late. I'm starting production on multiple videos today. I'm about to start a big chain of teaching WFAs, and so I'm going to be super busy again. And so I need to produce a bunch of content. All the videos you've seen up to now were produced before I had the surgery, so I produced a bunch of videos to roll as I went. Thanks for all the kind words on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well, and stick around. I got a lot going on. A lot of information is coming behind me, and new charts. There's a lot going on. All right, that's all I got for you today. Stick around if you want to see what I looked like post-surgery. Otherwise, have a great day. I'll see you on the side.